Hello, wonderful viewers. We made it. Welcome to the Little Nugget Show down here in the gold mine, aka Waddy Watts. That's who I am tonight. Waddy Watts' basement. In the great state of Colorado on this historic evening, February 7th, 2026. Historic for many reasons, not the least of which is it was our end of the year tournament at the YMCA for our middle school basketball team. But also tonight, the greatest player that has ever walked the earth, in my lowly opinion, or is at least the greatest player that is walking the earth. Nikola Jokic passes up Oscar Robinson on the all-time triple-doubles list in his Serbian Heritage Night at Chicago, the Chicago Bulls Arena. I don't know what they call it. So yes, tonight he went to 182 triple doubles over the years, I believe 10 seasons, whereas Oscar Robinson took 14 seasons to do the same. Now there is still one little rascal ahead of him, so Jokic is only in second place, but is sure to catch him by next year, assuming he stays healthy. And that's a big assumption now with the Nuggets falling left and right. We do have news on Jamal Murray. Even though he went out of the game with what looked like a groin injury or some type of hip injury, we have news later. Stick around for that. You got to have to throw those little hooks in to keep you guys interested. But yes, Nikola Jokic. The other rascal that's in front of him, Russell Westbrook, our good friend from the Nuggets from last year. Russell Westbrook is at 207 now. He's doing about 5 a year. So I don't know how many more years he has left. He might play till he's 100, to be honest. Not going to lie. It's been a long day. I was woken early. I didn't get enough sleep. And yes, like I said, we had a tournament. I'll tell you all about it after we talk about the Nuggets. You know what's pissing me off more than anything about the Nuggets? The fact that Jamal Murray's a all-star and you cannot buy his jersey online. So get this. This is the last 5 days since they announced the reserves. There's only one place to buy jerseys, in case you didn't know. Fanatics and NBAstore.com. It's the same place. They literally, or Nike Swingman. Watch this. We will share NBA. What? Oh, there it is. It's like I know I have it here somewhere. And I'll show it to you, and we'll pull it over here. So this is the NBAstore.com. Let me do that. And find that. So if I go back, this is their homepage, All-Star 2026, February 13th through 15th. This is a big deal for me. Maul is my guy. I've always been a 27 guy since the early days of Atwater. I tried to wear 27 as much as I could. Steve Atwater, that is, of the Denver Broncos. If you don't know who he is, shame on you. Look him up. But then Jamal, of course, he's also number 27. And he plays the game I love. So he's been my guy. Now as his first All-Star, you got to get a jersey. Of course they get the shitty jerseys to the world. I hate white jerseys. I'm not racist. I'm just saying. Look at the blue ones. So there's 3 teams, right? They split the U.S. guys into two teams. Red is the stripes. Or no, wait. Red is the stars. And blue is the stripes. The stars and stripes. And then the world has this little world ball on it. But they're white. Anyway, you click on the world and you go, oh, there's Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We love Shai, don't we? We love the fact that he's not playing right now because he's hurt. And Oklahoma City Thunder lost to the Houston Rockets. I'd rather see Houston lose to Oklahoma City in that situation, but you never complain about Oklahoma City losing. So I think that there's a real chance for the 1 seed up in the air. But you go down farther, there's no more. This is the world team. Granted, the top 5, 6 players in the All-Stars are on the world team. You got Jokic and Shea, Giannis, all MVPs. You got Wembanyama, destined to be an MVP. Who's the 5th guy? Doncic. He could easily be an MVP. And what do you see? What do you not see here? Jokic, the MVP, his jersey isn't even on there. So I asked Grok. Let's talk to Grok here in a minute. But let's go back to the world. Look. You go back to the U.S. They just put these T-shirts up today. I've been checking like 4 times a day. But look at that. You got 3 solid. I think there's 3 on each team. Yeah. Guys, and these aren't even starters. Cunningham might be. Edwards is not a starter. So it's not like they put the starters up. They just put the ones they knew were going to be there. Or why do they only have some of them up and not all of them? Because there's no other. No. So there's 3 of those, and then how many blues? LeBron's blue, I think. Of course they're going to have LeBron. Actually, his are sold out. So you got Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson. Did they really sell out of the LeBrons and they're taking them off? Don't fucking tell me that they sold out of. I've never seen a Jamal Murray one. Like, what the fuck is going on? You click on Durant's and you got larges and extra larges are gone and extra smalls. That's what you tend to see on all of them. Because the extra smalls are for kids. And then large and extra large. That's, you know. So I'm surprised I know I saw the LeBron jersey up already. It was there. It was there. It is no longer there. And that leads me to believe that they only print like a tiny amount. And then these jackarounds go and buy them all up. So in case you hear about any release of a Jamal Murray All-Star jersey, let me know. Just checking my phone there real quick. So back to the story at hand. Where were we? Move that, actually. So we want to take a look tonight. The Denver Broncos. The Denver Nuggets. You know, if I was a betting man, the Denver Nuggets came into Chicago a 12.5-point favorite. Denver Nuggets, 12.5-point favorite. Like I've said before, I always think they're going to lose before the game. I'm nervous. I think they're going to lose. And then when they win, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. When they lose, I'm like, damn it, I knew it. And that's kind of what this game looked like. They started out good. I think the first quarter, let's take a look at the box score. That way we know. Was I going to do that on the box score? Let's see if that popped up. No, I got to. All right. So here we go. Jokic, look at that. We'll zoom in. So the Denver Nuggets finish off the Chicago Bulls in revenge fashion because Chicago beat them early in the season in Denver. So welcome back. However, this was a different type of Chicago. Apparently they changed 9 players on the trade deadline. Half these guys don't even know what they're doing with each other. They do have some good players, but I'm not going to talk about them because they're not worth it. But if we look at the Denver Nuggets, wait, why is this thing jumping so hard? Really not liking that. Okay, I'm going to... It's not working. Game charts, play-by-play, the summary. What the flup? Okay, that's the only way to get to the summary. Do we not have a summary? There it is. Okay, down here. So what we're looking at there is... That's the actual box summary. Denver had 39-36 lead after quarter one, but scored only 20 in the second quarter. They scored 38 and 39 in the third and fourth. What does that tell you? They always take one quarter off. Now, Chicago took the last quarter off because I don't know why, but they were getting defensively stopped. It was a highly entertaining game, one that saw Cam Johnson come back to the lineup from his knee injury, and he actually looked good. Threw up his first shot. I think it was the first shot of the game. Buried at corner three. I think he had, well, let's check that. A lot of my computers are freaking out lately. My phone too. You guys? So Strother had 19. I think he has a season high of 20, but there's a few things to look at here. Cam had 14. Welcome back. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and was 2 out of 3 from 3. That's beautiful. Jokic, he actually took 3 threes, but one of them, his foot was on the line, and he buried that one too. So he was 100% from 3. 60% from 2, 100% from the line. Jokic pretty much had a perfect game because if you look at his points, 22 points, 17 assists, 14 rebounds, right? He also had 5 stocks. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing there. Ooh, I just broke my... So, steals and blocks together. God dang it, this thing is freaking out. Are called stocks. So that's your defensive indicator. So 5 is like a 10 rebound or a 10 assist. 5 stocks is like that. So he easily had the triple double with, I think in the third quarter, 22, 14, 17, and 5 on 3 turnovers, but 17 assists on 3 turnovers, not bad. What did Maul have? Jamal Murray, 28 points, the leading scorer of the game, was a ±0. That's an indicator. Plus minus of 0. You see on the far right. Hopefully above my picture. In a game that Denver ended up winning by, was it 16? I literally can't even see it right. Yeah, it was 16 that they won by. Schroeder was 14 plus 14. Cam 21. Jokic was a plus 36, but look down here. Valanciunas was a minus 15. And if you look at his stat line, 5 of 8, not bad, 62%, better than Jokic. Almost as many shots. Well, 3/4 of many, or 2/3. Wait, 8, 4. Yeah, 2/3 as many. 0 for 3 on the free throw line. That's terrible. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 stocks. In only 12 minutes. He only played 12 minutes. So you would think that he was, 10 points, 12 minutes. That's not bad. But in those lowly 12 minutes, the team was 15 points beaten by the other team. Interesting. Christian Brown had a good game. He had 2 finishes at the rim from fast breaks, and that makes me feel a lot better about him. I'm worried about Murray, but here's the news on Murray. David Adelman was asked by Kitty Wingy after the game about the status of Jamal Murray, and she says that David Adelman told her that he is 100% confident that it is that Jamal is fine. And to be honest, maybe we're all PTSD at this point with all the injuries, but I'm like, and my guy, my all-star guy, you're not going to have to sit out of the all-stars because you pulled your groin like freaking Shay. She has an abdomen strain. Anyway, so and David Adelman doesn't do that very often. What else did I bring up? Oh, yeah. We're going to go around the association real quick by sharing this tab instead. And I think we hit games. And then we scroll up to today. And then we zoom in. Come on, trackpad. There we go. Let the people see. So what happened in the NBA today? My mom was a fan of the Warriors, and they played the Lakers, and the Lakers beat them. That's terrible. We need to see the Lakers lose, but they did not. Today, Brooklyn wins. I heard Michael Porter had 23 points. Like I said, the Rockets beat the Thunder. Jazz and Magic don't matter. Mavericks and Spurs kind of matter, but the Spurs took care of them. So there's no ground gained by winning on the Spurs, and we are not gaining any ground ahead of the Rockets because they won too. So on a day where we win, nothing really happens. Tomorrow, I believe, is an off day for the Nuggets. So the Timberwolves are playing the Clippers at home. I would imagine the Timberwolves can handle that. That's the only game of interest, as everything else is in the East. And apparently after today, Denver has no more road games in the East. No more road trips. This was the third game on a 3-game road trip where they had lost the previous 2, and then they lost the one before that. Obviously, they lost to Detroit, the number 1 team in the East, and then lost to New York, the number 2 team in the East. And before they lost to Detroit, they lost to Oklahoma City, the number 1 team in the league, according to record. Obviously not according to anything else. Except recent championships, I guess. And annoying bald-headed weirdos. Caruso. So Denver's going to be up the following day, I would assume. It's kind of an every other day until we get to the... There's 2 more games in there. So they're playing the Cavs on Monday at home. That'll be great. If you have the opportunity to go up there to Denver, swing by the Ball Arena, do it. We're going on March 11th. March 11th against the Houston Rockets. Oh, wait. I'm trying to find that, but we're on the wrong page. You know what page we need to go to is this one. Because this is our upcoming schedule. Oh, I got to share it, don't I? Why don't you? So, Cleveland, 2 days, Memphis, and then the All-Star break. 2 more games. So, apparently, Cleveland... Wait, let's go back to that. So, Beardman... Geez, why can't I think of his name? James Harden got traded to Cleveland. Okay, so did he make... Yeah, he did make his debut. He is making his debut right now, up 3 points against the lowly Kings in Sacramento. Wish I could pull that up. So, Cleveland's not playing tomorrow, so then their next game will be against Denver. So they're traveling from Sacramento to Denver. And they're going to play us on 2 days, and that'll be great. That'll be wonderful. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even show you. See? Why did it jump when I'm doing that? Like I was saying, down here at the bottom, Cavs are playing the Kings, 4th quarter, 1:17, down, up 3. Actually, I can probably pull that up on my phone. I actually don't care that much. The Blazers are going to beat the Grizzlies. That's a good sign. I think the Grizzlies are punting the entire season. The Kings are in last place, so how are they almost beating the Cavs? Maybe Harden's not a good fit. We'll see. But if we go back here, we will see that after the All-Star break, starting February 19th, we go 19-20. That's a back-to-back away. 22, 3 games away. So 3-game road trip wearing Mile High City and 2 whites. You know what we should go through is the jersey win rates. Because I think that's them right there. I don't think I've entered since 33 and 19. Stay with me here. Dude. I think it's a window. Yeah, there we go. What does that look like? Okay, this is when they were 33 and 19, which I believe I have the win. Okay, those 3 losses in a row. Okay, this is one more. So I can put win there. And today was, come on. I don't have it tied to this. So we're going to find the City Edition away win. Bingo. Change that to 5 and tab to get up to 83.3%. If you can look through there, you see 200s. That's only 2 games in one and 1 game in the other. So that's not kind of a small sample size. If we average the game sample size, let's see. Can we do this? You can do it with. So on Excel, you can do it. Let me just do it in my head. 20, 30, 41, 42 plus 11 is 30. Oh my God. So it should be already total. 24 home, turn away, 53, right? Is that 53, 20, 30, 41, 42, 53. Yeah, okay, so 53 games divided by 8. 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7 is 56. So you're looking at 6 games on average per jersey. So when you see 6 at City Edition, that's a solid indicator. But we're winning 83.3% on the road in the black jersey. Now when you see 2, that's a lot lower than 6. So that is not a big indicator, but 100% is 100%. 18, that is a big indicator, 3x of our average. 66.7%, which is good because you compare it down here to the average win rate, you're at, oh wait, did I not change? No, it did change. 64.2% is the average win rate. So any win rate above that is better than average. Duh. So our away win rate is better than average. Our home win rate is worse than average. City Edition, better than average. City Edition home, away, better. Home, worse. Statement away, better. Home, worse. 28.6. We found our red. We need to fill that one in with red. Watch. How do we do that? Cell, color. Where's the color? Oh, no. I'm just going to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, if I would, I'd turn that one red. I'd turn anything that's under 60% red. That would just be a dark red. But they're doing pretty good in their white jerseys. If you didn't know, association is white, icon is blue, statement is Mile High City, city is black. So we're done with that. On to more interesting things on the tab line. Oh my God, did you guys not see any of that? See, it gives me this. I guess I should look at the comments too, huh? They're going crazy. Yeah. Not Jamal hurt, missed the game. We talked about Jamal. I got to show you these. I can't believe I just talked about those jersey win rates and they weren't up. Go Cam. Yeah, first shot. Boom. Is that a goat emoji? Heck yeah. How do we find these cool emojis? Biting your nails and sweating? You guys watching the game? Or just finished? Oh, you did tell me. I'm sitting there yapping about my spreadsheet and no one could even see it. See, you always got to pull up the comments. Nugget. What's up, little nugget? Yeah, okay. So that's what I was talking about there, which is I don't even know where that's at. Oh, there we go. So here I am playing with it. Like I was saying, all the win rates are on the right. At the bottom, you have 64%. That's the average. 69 away, above average. 58 below. We have an average in this column. Oh my goodness. Why is that not working? Of 6 games per jersey, because there's 8 jerseys, or 7 would be close. Yeah, between 6 and 7. Oh no, don't tell the kids. I'm thinking what I need to do is check the schedule, what jersey they're wearing when we go see them. And that's March 11th. Statement at home. Uh-oh. Not a good sign. Statement at home is 28.6%. So the game we're going to, they're wearing statement at home. I tell you no lies. I'll show you right here. Why does this take? It just always takes long. March 11th, Houston Rockets, Mile High City, statement jersey. So statement at home is the lowest win rate, but hopefully we can break that little curse with the win over the Rockets. They seem to be falling apart, the Rockets did. I don't know how they beat. Let's actually go back to the association. That's not it. There we go. Now let's go to the standings. Because standings only matter. And share this tab instead. There you go. Oh, it's freaking out again. So the Thunder have lost 2 in a row. Beautiful. Spurs have won 4. Who was it? The Knicks that beat us had won 8. Rascals. Nuggets are 5-5 in their last 10. And that's crazy because Jokic has been back for 5 of them. And they're 2-3. But we are now 2.5 games behind the Spurs because of those losses. And basically tied with the Rockets and Lakers now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We do have 2 more wins than both teams, but the same amount of losses. The only thing that matters is losses because you can never get those back. But if Denver's able to handle business in Cleveland, I got a good feeling they're going to handle business in Memphis. And a lot of teams are going to slip right here before the All-Star break when they get lazy and tired and they're looking forward to their little trip to the Cabo or the Cancun. That's crazy. 3, 4, 5, all 19 losses. The T-Wolves are 21 losses. That's fine. They can stay there. You guys see that? See, when it's right there. I can freaking see it right there. Speaking of standings, we were the 4th seed in a league of 9 teams at the end of the year with a 3-3 record. Yeah, they only give us 6 games. It's tough. And you only get 1 practice a week for 1 hour. And I think you get 2 practices and then the first game. So, but you take what you can get. And we whipped together a nice team. All the kids stayed. Nobody quit. A lot of good players. We went 3-3. But today we were put up against the 4th seed because we were the 5th. So it goes, what would it be? 1-8, because 8 and 9 played for the 8th spot. So 1-8, 4-5. 2-7 on the bottom and 3-6 in the middle. So we were stuck with having to beat a team the first team that beat us in the year, and then the best team in the league that was not only undefeated, the one team, but we had played a team the week before. This is middle school, mind you, 13-14, right? Last week we played a doubleheader. The first game we won. The second game we lost pretty handily. And to that team, there was like 3 high schoolers on it, freshmen. You know, my guys are little. Every single one of these guys on my team are eligible for one more year in 13-14. So basically a year behind. So these guys are out there with their mustaches and their little goatees and their tattoos. And my little 7th graders are looking at them like, what? But they whooped up on us. And the number 1 team whooped up on them. As a matter of fact, the number 1 team hadn't lost. I mean, obviously hadn't lost. Hadn't won by less than 30 points to any team all season. And that's who we're going to face if we win. But we went out and played a good first game, and we won by 10 points, I think. Pretty solid effort. Beating the team that had beat us. Little revenge. Never hurt anybody's feelings except theirs, which is fine. That's competition. A couple hours later, we got to come back and play the number 1 team. I didn't really know how to approach it. So I'm telling my kids, yeah, this is the team that beat the team that just beat the shit out of us. And they're like, oh, I mean, to me, you tell me that, and it's like, fuck these guys. I'm going to go out there and beat the shit out of them. David and Goliath. I don't give a fuck. We're going to take it all the way. We're going to beat their ass. But these 7th graders, 8th graders, small 8th graders, looked like they seen a ghost. They were afraid. They were afraid of their opponents. They didn't want to get humiliated and dunked on. Because we watched that team play before our first game, and they literally were up, 50 points or whatever, and weren't playing. They were literally passing the ball to the other team so they could take shots and try and make points. And I had heard that I don't know. So to get into the game, we get started and we go out to a 4-0 lead. And I'm like, wait, these guys aren't all that. They're definitely not very good or very aggressive, or I don't know what the word was. Like, they literally seemed apathetic. Like, why the fuck are we here? We don't want to be here. We don't want to play these lowly little people. And I think that's how they treated every team. We hadn't played them yet. But sure enough, they get out to a little lead and they bust. There's this one guy that just does his little hezzy and then hezzy step back 3. He busts a couple of those and thinks he's the shit. And remember him for the end, towards the end of the game. I don't remember the scores. I'm going to have to look it up. But we got down. And then I start telling these kids, hey, you got to adjust. Don't be scared of them. We can beat them. You know why? Because they don't want to be here. They don't want to play hard. They're not going to guard you on defense. You just need to drive around them and go to the hole, and they're going to let you have layups. If Fat Boy's down by the block or something, he might go for a block, but just pump fake him and put it in. Sure enough, we start boom, 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 dropping buckets, and we're catching up, and then they went on another run, and it was like, oh, come on. A few bad mistakes, a few misses, a few bad turnovers, and they bust a couple threes. It's hard to describe their attitude they played with, but just imagine, like, if adults were playing with children, adults were playing with middle schoolers, And they're cocky as fuck, but they want to let the middle schoolers play a little bit, so they don't really play hard defense. And instead of taking every shot and making every shot, you're passing the ball around, trying to get somebody that needs to make some more buckets. That's kind of how they were doing it. But the tortoise and the hare, they got out to a big lead. I don't remember a second quarter. Halftime, I was like, guys, we can do this. I think we were down like 14 and a half or something. So I'm like, we can chip away at this. These guys don't want to be here. Again, drive to the hole, get in front of them on defense, box out, same old shit. We cut the lead to 2 and scared the absolute living shit. The coach is down there on the bench, literally not paying any attention to the game the entire game. He was on his phone, taking calls, didn't give one rat's ass. They only had one sub, and so they subbed in whenever they wanted. We had what? 4? Normally we have 6 subs, but today 2 are missing. So we have 4 subs, and they have 1. The coach didn't give a fuck. And the guys that were playing didn't give a fuck. I mean, literally one of the guys that was playing went over to the bench and stayed in bounds and was talking to the coach while the game was going up and down the court. That's so disrespectful. But like I said, we caught him. Pretty soon the coach was like, what? We're only up 3? What are you guys doing? Stop taking bad shots. Hey, get back on it. They got the fear of God in their eyes, and we almost caught them. We missed a 3 that would have tied it. And then we had to start fouling for stopping the clock. And there's a little tussle involved where that guy I was talking to you about before, the little hezzy, step back hezzy, step back hezzy, step back hezzy. That's what I'm going to call him if I see him again. I know I'll see him. It's a small town. We all play. Not we, but my son be a freshman next year. That guy's I don't know if he's a freshman. He looks like one, but he's like, long, springy, spry, 6'1" maybe. But my son's going for him to foul him on purpose, but kids that haven't really played a lot of basketball don't know how to foul on purpose. So I had to teach them. I was like, you don't hurt them. You don't tackle them. You don't wrap them up. You just grab their arm. You just tell the ref, hey, I'm going to foul him. Bap. Okay, stop the clock. Well, he went after him a little bit, and old boy didn't like that. So he shakes himself off and then goes, wham! Throat punch with the elbow. He throws an elbow throat punch. My son drops to the ground on his knees, head down, holding his throat like that. So I walk out there, and I feel bad about this now because I'm like, I should have said, as an EMT, a former EMT, I should have said, somebody, make sure he can breathe. Now, to get to the bottom of this, what I did was say, who saw it? I just walked out there on the court and was like, who saw it? Who saw it? Did you see it? Because I don't want to hear from them. I'm not, what happened? I'm like, who saw it happen? Who saw it happen? Well, a couple of my guys' hands go up, and I was like, what happened? They're like, he hit him in the throat with his elbow. Then I turned to the guy, I'm like, did you do it on purpose? No, he was just, whatever, I just accidentally hit him with my elbow. I was like, okay, well, if you did accidentally hit him, I'm going to find out I got it on film because I'm recording the game. As soon as I said that, they shut their fucking mouth. Every one of them were like, yeah, because they knew. And then I found out from every player on my team, oh, yeah, we saw it. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we saw it. He did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. And so I turned to the other team, and I just fucking lit them up. I was like, you guys don't even want to be here. You guys want to... So one of the fucking kids said something about forfeiting. He's like, what, are you guys going to forfeit? And I was like, you should forfeit. We're about to beat your ass. You don't even want to be here. You're playing like you don't... You're acting like you don't even want to be here when you're playing. Like, seriously, you should be ashamed of yourselves, I told them. Their coach didn't want any controversy. He wasn't a confrontational person, we'll say, as opposed to my normal nature. But it was enjoyable. Oops. That was enjoyable because that kid got his little 8th grade ass scared or whatever he is. He was like, I know I threw an elbow and hit this kid in the throat. He probably didn't mean to hit him in the throat on purpose. But when you throw an elbow and you're trying to hit him in the chest or the face or whatever, you might do that. So instead of going down and saying sorry, he's playing it off like he didn't do it on purpose. That's one thing. If you did it on purpose and you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna keep doing it, I got respect for that. You know? Like, get this little shit off me. If he keeps doing it, I'm gonna keep fucking hitting him in the face. Okay, cool. That's one way to take it. The other way to take it is whack. Oh, I feel terrible. Bro, are you all right? Hold on. Can you breathe? Are you okay? Sorry, I didn't mean it. Sorry, I didn't mean it. That's the other option. But he's in the middle. He knows he did it on purpose, doesn't feel bad for the kid, but pretends like he didn't do it. No respect. No respect. And remember this, kid. I don't know your name. Hopefully you'll see this someday. My son will dunk on your ass in the next 4 years. I guarantee it. During our high school careers, you will see it. I will post the video for the world to see. You got to have a little chip on your shoulder when you get out there and battle in the sports world. It's just in the nature of every boy, I think. Anyway, is it getting late? Because I ain't got a lot of work to do. Now, are you really a Denver Nuggets fan if your entire basement doesn't smell like weed? Are you really a Denver Nuggets fan if your Nuggets shirt is covered in weed? Yeah, I got a harvest today, so it's going to get stanky. Did I have anything else? The All-Star jerseys. Let's double check on that again. See, I can't even. Oh my goodness. Nope. Almost gone, they say. That's why they're falling off. But they haven't put the Jokic jersey up. They haven't put the Jamal Murray jersey up. Antetokounmpo, they got plenty of those. So Shea's almost gone. Let's see what that means. Only smalls left. Get one for Shea. He likes to wear tight clothes. Luka, only smalls left. Wow. Small's the last one to sell, huh? That's a good size for my kids. Small will be fine. Adult small. Antetokounmpo? What? He still has all of them left? He was the #1 vote getter in the East. And Jokic was the #3 vote getter overall. So why doesn't he have... I don't understand it. This doesn't make any sense. This is that fake... God, what's the word? But the diamond industry does this. Like, diamonds aren't as rare as they make them out to be. So the scarcity, false scarcity. False scarcity. They create this. They're like, we're only going to print up 100 jerseys of each size. We got 100 extra smalls, 100 smalls, 150 mediums, 200 large, 200 extra large, 152 XL, and 100 3X. Maybe that's what they say. They sell them all to collectors that buy up the whole snatch bat. Wait, that didn't come out right. Snatch bat. They buy up the whole batch. Where did I get that? They buy up the whole batch so that they can hold on to them and sell them for $500 in 4 years. Get a few of them signed, sell those for $750. It's horseshit. Actually, let's go to Nike. Well, for some reason, I'm already on that. So I'm going to search Jamal. That's not how you spell Murray. Ooh, they have the City Edition jersey. I wonder if the Swingmans have the golden one in the back. I don't think they do. Oh, they don't even show the... Oh, yeah. No, they don't have the golden one. If you didn't know, any team, a game-worn jersey or a game-ready jersey, game-authentic jersey, I think at Ball Arena they're $250. The game-worns are $450 or $350. Oh, they have a large. Oh, just a few left. Order soon. Well, I can't get that one until I get the... Anyway, so the Swingmans are the $130 ones, $120, instead of the $250. But they don't have the golden patch on the back of the neck. Any NBA team you see on TV that has ever won a championship will have a golden patch. Any team that has never won the NBA championship will not have the golden patch. And the golden patch is like a circle and a medallion or something with a number in it. For instance, Chicago had a golden patch tonight of 6, I believe. Because they have, I know they have 6 with Jordan. Boston has like 18, 19. Lakers are like 17. And Denver is a 1. And Oklahoma City is now a 1. And Milwaukee's a 1. Golden State is what, like a 7? Anyway, that's how those jerseys work. This one is not that. But I do need one of these at some point. We are not getting it. I am saving my pennies for the All-Star jersey. What was I going to look up? My God, I forgot. Yeah, I was thinking of something to look up, and it literally just slipped my mind. Well, thank you all for joining me. We are approaching 50 minutes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about for the Denver Nuggets this fine evening. I didn't take any notes anymore. The first few shows I was like trying to write up this and write up that, but when you get 5 views, it's like kind of pointless. You might as well just rant. So I'm just going to keep ranting. Oh, I'll say this. If you're watching to this point, I would literally like to pay you, but I can't. But I would like to thank you with my words and ask that maybe you would, out of the kindness of your heart, like the damn video. Please. Because every like helps, especially when you only have 4 views or whatever it is. Also, subscribe. No way. He could. So next time we're going to have to put the Little Nugget on. The Little Nugget Show is named after the actual Little Nugget. A little Denver Nugget, 2 years old, that loves Jamal Murray and is the coolest little boy on earth, also known as my step-grandson. Aww. Nugget. She said he tried talking to me on the screen. That's cool. We'll get him on here someday. He'll be a guest on the show. Once I can figure out how to bring in somebody on a phone or a FaceTime or a different computer. That's the future. In case you guys didn't know. AI plus this, plus that, plus fiber. If you haven't seen the future, smoke a bowl and sit down and think about it. Or don't. That'll scare the shit out of you. Spend some time thinking about it. Because the future is going to be drastically different in 5 years. It's not going to be about views. It's not going to be about reach. It's not going to be about that. It's going to be about, okay, I'll say this. I'm going to talk about it on my other show too, but when COVID happened, I predicted that someday we would all have helmets. I was like, why don't we have helmets now? Like literally just walk out into the world, and you did see a couple of them. Like, because they're sort of focused, wear a mask. Get the fuck out of here. Like those do anything except make you sick. So I'm like, why don't I get a nice helmet with a big old screen? Guess what the screen can do? Anything my phone can do. Guess what controls it? My voice, my eyes, not my hands. But if I need my hands, they're out in front of the screen. Guess what else it does? So it augments reality. It filters the air. Maybe it even concentrates oxygen, because thus those of us that live at high elevations, like oxygen, need a little. Acts as headphones, so you can hear your surroundings if you want. You can shut them off if you want. The helmet. I forgot what I called it. I think I came up with a name. So that's my science fiction future. Okay, we're on the first step of that. The little chintzy ass helmets for COVID didn't count. But right now we're doing glasses, right? So glasses are going to be the future, or the first step of the future. I think we're going to get to helmets. Mark my word here. Published today on this historic day, February 7th, 2026. Ooh, I almost thought of a name of the helmet. Put one in the chat. Geez, what was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So the interaction is going to be different. Maybe you have groups of people. Imagine if you were just able to, like, we don't really want to talk to our family because we grew up with them or whatever. But every now and then you call them on FaceTime and you say, hey, what's up? But it's not like you want to join them every night. I have to do this every night to get all the shit that's in my head out into the world. Because if it goes into the wall, it just bounces back and hits me in the face. And then it rattles around in my head until I'm basically mad. So I have to do these shows for myself. If anybody watches them, bonus. If they don't, I don't give a shit. If they are watching them, awesome. Then maybe they enjoy it. There's a lot of shows I watch that I enjoy. Matter of fact, I'm going to go start chopping down trees here in the gold mine. And the reason it's called the gold mine is it's the Little Nugget Show. And where we mine the golden nuggets of insight and wisdom in the post game of the Denver Nuggets on a nightly basis whenever they play. Doesn't have anything to do with anything else, for the record, in Minecraft. Anyway, I'm going to go cut these plants down, and then I think I probably have to water. I probably have to prune. I probably have to do something here and there. I'm acting as a caregiver in the state of Colorado under the MMR, Medical Marijuana Registry, so just chill. Anyway, when I'm doing that, the rooms are kind of loud. They have fans. They have equipment. So you put your earphones on. Noise canceling. You listen to podcasts. You listen to people like me. And going forward, what I see is a lot of listeners, but a lot of, I don't want to call them creators and content creators. I hate that fucking term. It's not about content. I don't know what the right word would be for it, but whatever we're doing, what I'm trying to do is publish my ideas into the world and then communicate with an audience. That's it. Using the audience's feedback to make better ideas. Pretty simple. But we're going to be able to pull in people onto our screen. Be like, hey, do you want to join my live stream? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to bring you in. We'll put you right there. Boom. Doing it with my helmet. See? So just around the corner, we're going to get Little Nugget on this show. And we'll put him right there. Hey, Little Nugget. And he'll be right there and he'll be talking to you like, ah, go Nuggets. The favorite thing we do is when they get an and one, we go, count it. Count it. Nugget, I should have said that when I known you were there. I would have been like, count it. That's the best. That's what sports brings to this world. Competition, violence, aggression, victory, defeat, trial, accomplishment, and the joy of fandom with your children and grandchildren. All right, my pontificating is done. I'm out of here. I'm trying to get to an hour, but we're at 56. That's close enough. Thank you, 3 fans that are watching. 2 on one, 1 on the other. Whoa, 2 on the Little Nugget Show, 1 on Flaco Watts. That's cool. That's what I was going to say. Go to my other channels. Oh, we got 4. 4. Do I hear 5? Do I hear 5? 4, 5. 5. You can't see those numbers, can you? Oh, we're back to 3. We just scared one off. Yeah. So go to the Little Nugget Show and subscribe there. I think we're at 14 subscribers. And I will see you tomorrow on the Grow Show. If you're interested in growing cannabis, join us at 11 p.m. Sunday evening after the Super Bowl to talk about cannabis. And I will have a new paper that I haven't even started yet. So start that one off. And then the Nuggets play on Monday. Is that what we decided? So Monday and then Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday. 2 more Little Nugget shows, and then we got a all-star break. We'll go to an hour. Oh, we forgot to ask Rock about the... See, anytime I say I'm going to leave, I don't leave. Just know that. Okay, Saturday's today, Monday, and Wednesday. But my daughter has a game on Monday. Okay. 6 p.m. Or I don't know what time it is. It's at home, so it should be at 7. So I'll be here at 11 p.m. on Monday for the next Little Nugget Show and the post game of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tomorrow we'll do the Grow Show at 11, and then Monday or Tuesday we'll do the Grow Show at 11. Monday, Wednesday we'll do the Nugget Show at 7 plus 4 is 11, I think. 4 hours from when it starts. And oh yeah, we're gonna ask Rock about the jerseys. Hey Grok, so you told me before. Oh, you're not listening. Hey Grok, so you told me before that the reason the All-Star jerseys weren't for sale is that the lesser known people haven't been released. Well, what we're finding now is if we go to the store.nba.com or Fanatics site, a lot of the previous jerseys are already sold out for some of the higher, higher well-known players. Except Jokic doesn't even have a jersey up. Has there been a sale of a Jokic jersey, 2026 All-Star jersey, on the internet yet? And when the hell is the Jamal Murray jersey going to show up?
Checking the latest on those 2026 All-Star jerseys. Yeah, I hear you. Things are rolling out unevenly this year with the new USA versus World format. For Jokic, yep, there are sales happening right now. The official NBA store has his 2026 All-Star name and number t-shirts in red, navy, and white, around $38 each, but no full swingman or authentic jerseys listed yet. Fanatics and other bots show similar. Top players like LeBron, Edwards, and Luka have full jerseys available, and some are already selling out in popular sizes. But Jokic's full jersey isn't up. He's on Team World, so it might drop later with the international squad gear. Here's a look at the 2026 All-Star jersey designs, including the World Team style Jokic would wear. These are the official unveils. White for World, bold graphics with stars and LA vibes. As for Jamal Murray, no 2026 All-Star jersey or even t-shirt showing up yet on the official sites. He's a first-time All-Star this year, so they might be holding off on lesser-known or newer selections to stagger releases. Keep an eye on store.nba.com or Fanatics over the next week or so. Stuff often drops in waves, leading up to the game on February 15th. If more pops up, it'll probably hit there first. What colorway are you hoping for?
The only Jamal colorway is the white jersey.
Checking on that Jamal Murray white jersey right now. Yeah, you're right. The Team World jerseys for the 2026 All-Star Game are white with those blue and green side panels, giving that global vibe with land and sea accents. It's the only colorway for World, since USA gets the red or navy ones. But here's the deal. No full Jamal Murray All-Star jersey, white or otherwise, is up yet on the official NBA store, or Fanatics. They dropped some for the big names like Luka, Giannis, and Shai on Team World, but Murray's still missing, probably because he's a first-timer, and they're staggering the releases. There are generic white pick-a-player t-shirts you could customize, but nothing specific with his name and number in the All-Star design. For Jokic, they've got name and number t-shirts in red and navy, not white yet, but again, no full swingman jersey. These are the official World Team uniform looks that Murray and Jokic would rock. That's a promo shot highlighting the roster, including Murray in Nuggets gear, but it gives the All-Star energy. And a closer view of a similar white Nugget-style jersey for context on how the white might pop. Keep refreshing store.nba.com. They said jerseys go on sale in waves, and with the game a week away on the 15th, Murray's white one could drop any day. You grabbing it if it shows up?
Hell yeah, I'm grabbing it if it shows up.
Good call. White Jamal Murray All-Star jersey is going to look clean, especially if you pair it with some Nuggets gear. Last time I checked, Fanatics had a waitlist option for out-of-stock players. Might want to sign up before the game. Saves you from refreshing like a maniac at midnight. Honestly, knowing the NBA, it'll probably drop right when everyone's asleep. You think he'll ball out in LA?
Maul only knows how to ball.
Jamal, you know what I mean. And yeah, the dude's a killer. No flash, no hype. Just hits you with a step-back three like it's the easiest thing in the world. Been his thing since forever. Ever put that jersey up, it's going to sell out in like 10 minutes. You better have that cart ready.
I'm going to see if I can find the Jokic shirt. So, she says the Jokic shirt is there. No, it's not. It's not fucking there, bro. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm wrong. She was right. Blue, red, or white. What do you think I would get? $38? Come on. God, they make them for $1.50 in fucking Thailand. Or Vietnam. I have the worst time buying shit online. I'm between large and extra large. I'm between 10 and 10 and a half, 10 and 11. And I never get the right size. Never. Sometimes you get larges and they're just like perfect. And sometimes they're tight as fuck. I like the blue one. I'm going to put that in my cart. Let's go large. If anything, it'll force me to lose some weight. Because I already had the heart in the heart. I have a hat in my cart, I thought. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, there it is. Look at that bad boy. Woo, that would be smoking. $90 for a hat and a shirt. It's going to be 200 plus if you want. Oh, that's cool. The jersey too. My favorite thing to do is shop all the way to my cart and then not buy anything. I used to buy a lot of things, but those days are gone. So I just fill up my cart. My save for later on Amazon is probably like 200 items. And then I started a new thing this year. Anything that I want to buy that's, over $100, maybe up to a couple thousand, I write it on my whiteboard up there. I have a list of probably 10 things so far. That way I just write it down and I say, this is as if I would have bought it already. Because a lot of times I'll order it like, what was one thing? A metal detector, $200. So yeah, I could, I could order it and get it. And I had a purpose for it. But then I would regret spending the money on it and having it for one day that I only need it for, and then having it sit in my garage. So instead, I pretend like I buy it and I write it on the board, and then I don't ever think about it again. The reason I need to get a metal detector is because I shot an elk up in the mountains, and the bullet I found in the elk, but I left it up there overnight. And I think it had flesh on it, and a bird picked it up and took it somewhere because I couldn't find it anywhere. From where I thought I set it, nowhere. So I'm thinking maybe the bird picked it up, pecked at it, and dropped it. And we'll just circle around with the metal detector up there. It's about 2.5 miles from a road. But good country. Beautiful elk. We eat that elk every day. Matter of fact, we ate it yesterday. I could probably sit here all night telling stories. And we go past an hour. Yeah. All right. Better not do that. Oh, Nugget. I hope he didn't get upset because he didn't hear me. Yeah, that's it. We're done. See you tomorrow on the Grow Show. If not, if you're only here for Nuggets, see you in 2 days, Monday, for the tomorrow's the Super Bowl, isn't it? Who do you got in the Super Bowl? See how I get distracted? I just keep going. Obviously, I'm a Broncos fan. You know what I heard about the Broncos is that Sean Payton, the coach, is losing his marbles. And has been for quite some time, but is getting worse. And throws Bo Nix under the bus. Literally. He's like, yeah, when the doctors got in there on his ankle, because he broke his ankle, had surgery. When the doctors got in there on his ankle, they said that they found that this was a pre-existing condition and that it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. He throws him under the bus. And Bo's like, I don't think you should be talking about surgeries. My surgeries, HIPAA violation. He doesn't even know the surgeries I've had, but no, I don't think it was a pre-existing condition. I mean, and so what if it was? You don't like Bo Nix? You're not going to fight for him? You're like, oh yeah, I drafted him thinking he was fine, and they hid that from me. That's basically what he's saying. So now what? You're going to throw him in the trash and get somebody else? Fuck out of here. I will walk my ass up to Denver and throw your ass out of this state. You can go back to fucking New Orleans or wherever you're from. Because Bo Nix is here to stay. With or without you, Sean Payton. Mark my words. Good night.